Jim McGee asks, how does money in politics play out in Maryland? What is your plan to get money out of politics? If it's part of your plan, how would you sell public financing or raise salaries of legislators? So, the question of raising the salaries of the legislators, this is not something I have a firm position on yet. I do have a lot of questions about it. I seem to meet a lot of our legislators who are also lobbyists. They claim to be lobbyists in Washington, but you got to believe that, he who pays the piper, as they say, or she who pays the piper calls the tune. So you got to believe that has relevance for their work in Minneapolis, and it concerns me. I'm also concerned about sort of revolving around a small number of families with capital with immense amounts of power. And I think we need to have just an honest conversation about honesty, and then figure out where we go from there. But certainly professionalizing the legislature to a full-time legislature is an option that should be on the table. As far as selling public financing, I think it sells itself. I've been very involved in Howard County in selling it there. Unfortunately, the Republican who runs the county just vetoed it. I think he vetoed it for the reasons that the voters supported it, which is that it would empower the voters of Howard County, more of them to serve. And so we just need to get out and talk about how who runs gets more diverse, more inclusive. Politics move more towards actually solving of the kitchen table issues most voters care about, and we can build that movement, and we will win in Howard County eventually. That's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. How does money in politics? What's your plan to get money out of politics? Well, one of the things I've said on Democracy Now! Is I'm not going to support any corporate. I'm not going to take any corporate donations. Now, let's be clear: 15 to 40% of the money tends to come from corporate donations in Maryland gubernatorial elections. I'll be asking a lot more of each of you and of our neighbors and compatriots around the country to support my campaign. But my grandma raised me to always start the way I want to finish, and I'm going to start, without owing anything to a corporation. And let me be clear: I'll take money from it. Pretty much any individual. There's a lot of people, no matter what their job is, who believe in our politics. But I'm not going to take money from a corporation because they have a very specific agenda. And I don't want any strings tied to me in how I govern. I don't want to be worried about how I'm going to finance my next campaign if I piss them off. Money in politics in Maryland is a problem. I've discovered it's not as bad as it is in some states. In Virginia, you can make unlimited contributions to the governor's race. In Maryland, it's capped at $6,000. And that's something we should be proud of. Although if you ever run for governor, you'll find it makes you work a lot harder. And that's a good thing.